You know, I kind of find it funny whenever the Leatherface character is talked about, shown in posters, images, any sorts. This movie's never shown or talked about. It's always the first one, a lot of the remake, and some of the bad ones. But the thing is with this one, it's never really mentioned in the horror realm.
Here's Johnny.
My mom always said life was like a box of chocolates.
Expecto Patronum!
Some tales are told, then soon forgotten. But a legend is forever. Leatherface, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3.
Released in 1990, we are talking Leatherface, aka Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3. So I've never fully seen this movie. This was the first time watch for me. And so the thing is about this movie that I've known about it. I know the franchise, I know how many there are, I know all the images and stuff. But the thing was with this movie, like I said in my opening, it's just not talked about. So watching it tonight, I was intrigued. I was a little excited. I was like, I like Leatherface. I like the character. I like the realm of what he comes from and what it is. And last year, I saw the second one. I loved it. Chop Top is amazing. This movie feels like the studio said, that was weird. That didn't work. Let's go back to the basics. That's this movie. Seriously. There is nothing about this movie that makes me not want to watch the other ones first. This feels like such a basic. Now, do I think this is the worst one in the franchise? No. That goes to the Next Generation. And the recent one. Those movies are really bad in my opinion. This one is just alright. And I feel like that's worse. Because when it comes to bad movies, those experiences, you're like, it was really bad, and it's like a memorable experience because it's so bad. This movie's forgettable, which I think is almost worse, because it's a Leatherface movie. You have Texas Chainsaw, you have Viggo Mortensen, who's in a completely small little role, a part of this family, and that's really it. I guess my biggest positive is it's shot well. I think a lot of the night scenes are really well helmed. I think there's enough parts of this movie that could actually make the Leatherface character scary, because again, the last one they went for way more goofy, and the first one, the classic, he is definitely scary. So this one I can admit saying they go for more of the scary thing. Towards the end though, when we're seeing the family and they're all talking and everything, and Leatherface is just sitting there, it feels more like a solid character, because in that original movie, Leatherface was like a loner. He couldn't talk that much. In this movie, his eyes and his motion tells too much of Leatherface. In my opinion, that's not my favorite kind of Leatherface. I like the loner look. I like the more distraught Leatherface. This movie, I don't feel like justifies Leatherface really that well. Now, when he gets that cool chainsaw, looks really cool. That's about it. Honestly, these characters are boring. They're basic. I like our main girl. I want her to live, and in this movie, she does a lot to do that, and I appreciate that. But guys, that's it. I was watching this movie, I was just like, I've seen this before, I've seen it done better. The first one, the second one was different. But like, they tried something different. They made it more enjoyable and different, that you could be like, I like this one more than the first, or I like the first one more than the second one. This one just feels like we're right in the middle, and we're trying to just be normal. Be a normal Texas Chainsaw movie. And that's so boring and forgettable. And again, like I said, the movie's shot well. It's got good music. Hell, you got Greg Nicotero doing the makeup. When there is good makeup, you like seeing it. But like I said, the MPA was just harsh on this movie, so none of the kills are like creative or seen that you can be like, oh, you horror fans, the people that love the gore, yeah, watch this one. No, I'm going to tell you to watch the original, or hell, even the remake, which I think it's a bad rap, honestly. So for this movie, watching it, it has its entertaining moments. It's a fine horror movie, but being part of the Texas Chainsaw franchise, this is a very very forgettable movie. I'm going to give Leatherface Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3 a C-. Again, I do not think this is the worst one. I just think this movie is just okay. Like, honestly, like, it's nothing, like, I'm not loving this movie. Because after I watched that second one last year, I, like, loved the style and what it was. And I know it's probably bad, don't compare it. Well, I am. It's the third one in the franchise. I'm allowed to compare the movie to the other ones in the franchise. And this one's just boring. Honestly, that's really what it is. And you guys enjoy this movie review. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, everybody.